Welcome to Cosmic Wishes, where we turn wishes into cosmic wishes by using science. Today's special guest is Hilary Burns. Okay, so welcome to Cosmic Wishes, where we turn wishes into cosmic wishes by applying science. And today's guest is Hilary Burns, and I was just on her show, and we talked a lot about wishes and cosmic wishes. And so I'm so excited to have her on this show, and where we can take a wish of hers and we can start applying some science. And as you probably know, I have all these science cards, and then I have all these activity cards. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw a take her wish, draw a science card, apply that science, and talk about that science. I never know what they are. Some of them are really complicated, some are really easy. So, but we're going to look at that and apply that, and then maybe her wish will evolve a little bit or get stronger, and we'll have some fun and see where it goes.
I'm all nervous to get the right wish, right?
Yeah.
Which is probably what my wish is, to relax all that stuff. So, but
Yeah,
go
exactly.
ahead.
Well, first, just Hilary, if you could just tell everybody who you are and a little bit about your show, just so that my listeners and followers can follow you and learn more about what you do, and then they'll learn about your wish and they'll see how it all works together.
Okay, so let's see. I started getting real with Hilary about in 2019 when I realized I was a people-pleasing, pleasant phony who was always trying to be nice. And, if you asked me how I was, fine. And so I just decided, I don't know, this thing getting real. I just wanted to be more real. And so I started doing videos, and I ended up publishing 3 books. One was a memoir. 2 were kind of what I had discovered. There was tell me if I'm going on too long, but I was married and I was kind of miserable. And then my memoir is about how I found myself again. I was kind of stuck on what I called the left side of life, where everything was kind of hopeless and resigned. And then I found this fun side, and I was like, oh, I want to spend more time over there. So I started developing tools and techniques for having more fun. And I always wanted to have a show where I got to interview people and have them tell their stories. So somehow through all that, a friend of mine was doing a podcasting course. I was like, wow, can I do that? I started, then it became a show where we have video, and I've done over 200 episodes. I have a newsletter and I do TikToks, and it's all about getting real and inspiring people to be free, to create lives they love.
That's really, really beautiful. And it's a great show. So I hope everybody that's watching my show can check it out. And then Hilary will probably share this on her show, because one of the things that I found when I'm on other people's shows is they'll always ask me about me and my books and what I'm doing, but I want to learn about them. And I also want to highlight them and what they're wishing for. And so, and I think it's just really great to be able to bring you on and also share with your fans and followers, what do you wish for, so that they can join you on the wish and learn more about you and see what that wish is. So we're gonna we talked about like formatting a wish to make it peaceful, positive, purposeful, and we've covered some of that stuff when I was on your show. And we don't know which is going to air when, so everybody's just going to have to keep an eye out for that. Here, what we want to do is we want to start with a wish. We want to watch how maybe the science might evolve that wish. And your wish can be something you wish for yourself. It can be something you wish for all your fans and followers. It can be something that you feel like is your purpose. Wherever you want to take it is whatever's good, because that's where it's supposed to go, and we'll have fun. Because that's it. It's about fun. Fun is important. Like, there's a very important science in fun. So we'll see if we get that card. Maybe we get a fun science card. Who knows?
Well, every time I've had a reading, a tarot card reading or a spiritual reading, I always think, tell me what to do. Tell me what to do. And what they say is, follow the fun. I'm like, what do you mean? Follow the fun. Like, aren't I supposed to work harder or whatever? And it's like, no, follow the fun. Have more fun. Stop trying so hard. And I'm like, okay.
Well, and let's talk about that for just a second.
Yeah,
let's
go
talk
ahead.
about that for just a second, because those are 2 really interesting things as an example, just for people listening, is, follow the fun, stop trying so hard, right? Those are 2 in conflict, right? if you follow the fun, you won't have to be trying so hard because it's
Right.
going to be fun. So, for those who do know about the art and science of wishing or have at least some idea, it's, I said peaceful, positive, and purposeful, and positive is important. So the stop stuff is stopping. And we're gonna put that aside because we're gonna train your brain through cosmic wishing by adding science and hopefully repeating it and that kind of stuff, as people know about the neuroplasticity and repeating your wish with rituals and that kind of stuff. Uh, let's keep it toward fun. Let's keep it toward the positive. So I don't know if that's going to reframe your wish or however you want to word your wish, but let's start with a wish.
Well, I think, we were talking on my show about peace and ease. So I think, if I added fun, peaceful, easy, fun, that we all live there, that we all kind of get who we are, not as the ego, but as our soul, and have that life. You were talking about creativity, living in the creative zone, not in the trying to get it right and the perfection zone and all that, where it's never enough and we're all crazy. So to just really, because
So
that's where
let's
I
turn
live.
this into a wish. So you wish to create, you wish to live in, you wish to draw
I
people
wish that
to.
we all, part of I have this commitment for the world is that we're all free to create lives we love. So it's really about being free, creating. You know what? It's that energy.
So could you
You
say
know,
it as you wish to draw people and create that are also interested in creating a life that we love or something like that, or to elevate or to unite or to.
yeah, my other one is elevating the conversation and consciousness of the planet.
Yeah.
So it's all that
So let's make it
peaceful.
a wish. Yeah. Yeah.
I know
I
this is
wish to.
hard. This is hard. I want to get it right. That's why. That's over
Well,
on the
and
other
we're gonna
side.
get it, and it's gonna be, you know what, and that's one of the things that is important in this whole process is that, if you're wishing, you're repeating your wish every day for 8 weeks, right? Like the neuroplasticity research says, it can evolve. It's gonna keep getting better. It's just keeping. So we just start with something and we'll evolve it
All
from
right.
it.
So we're all free to create lives we love.
So
I
you wish for a world where we all feel free to create the lives we love.
Yeah.
You wish for a world where we all create the lives we love.
Yeah.
We all feel free to
I
create.
wish for a world where we all are free to create lives we love. Yes.
That feels good. How's that feel?
Yeah.
Does that feel peaceful? Yes.
Yes.
Feel positive? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Does it feel purposeful? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're going to randomly draw a science card. And sometimes I trip myself up. So,
Where did you get those? Did you
I
make those or
made
buy
them.
those? You
I
made
made
them.
them. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I made them 200 science cards and 200 activity cards. I'm kind of a maniac. Oh no, this is really going to be fun.
Uh-oh.
And if
Oh.
people can see the card that they have two sciences on the top, and then I explain what the science is. And so this is really, really lovely. Because we actually touched on this on your show, and we thought, well, we could go down here, and now all of a sudden the universe has provided us an opportunity to take it here. This is combined storytelling and psychology.
Mm.
And I have a chapter in my book about the science of storytelling, and there's really cool science in storytelling. I might write a book about the science, art, and science of storytelling at some point. And this one looks at wants versus needs.
Mm.
And if anybody is familiar with Star Wars, most people are a little bit familiar with Star Wars or Legally Blonde. Those are the references in this card. So it says, like Luke wanting adventure, but needing to find his purpose, or Elle wanting to marry Warner, but needing to stand on her own, your surface wish and your deeper deeper need may differ.
Mm.
So one of the things that's fun about storytelling is that if you look at a lot of movies, not all of them, because they don't all follow the hero's journey, they don't all have this kind of character arc, but a lot of them do where the character starts at the beginning wanting something, and
Mm.
they realize they need something else. Just like Luke said, "Oh, I just want to go on adventures with my friend." Well, he needed to find out his purpose and become a Jedi, right? That's what he needed. And Elle wanted to marry that jerk, and we're all glad she didn't do that. So that's a really important way to look at a science and an application that ties to science for this wish is a wish for a world where we all feel free to create the lives we love. Am I saying it right?
Yeah, there's no that, but yeah, where
Okay.
all people are free to create lives they love. Yes.
Okay. The lives they love. So, and so how does that's a beautiful want. And now can we adjust it at all to need? In other words, what need might that fill in you by doing that? I'm putting you on the spot, but
Well, to be free of the the I don't know, what would you call them? Judgments that run me, the having to be right, the worry, the all that stuff that has me doubt myself, not feel confident. Do you know, like, so with that I don't have the conviction that what I'm doing is really making a difference, I think.
so what if, and I'm just going to throw this out, there's a what if, but what
Okay.
if we took it and we evolved saying, you wish to be the model for others or the inspiration for others? Look at you.
Yeah, because I'm not
Well,
really
because we're
free.
wishing for something. One of the things I have in the book is I call it the motivation matrix. And like we look at the things we want that we have and the things we want we don't have. And we're wishing for something that we don't have generally, right? That's the whole point of wishing in a way is that there's something aspirational to it. So let's put put this out there. You can totally tell me if I'm off base, but if we evolved your wishing, you wish to be the inspiration for others to feel free to live the lives.
To be
Loves
creating
life.
a life I love.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, that you're the inspiration because you're doing it, and that's the inspiration for
Yeah.
others to feel that.
Yeah.
And they're joining you, and they're following your journey, and they're watching your show and getting involved in your programs and all that stuff, so they can feel the same way. And how does that change it from a want to a need? Does that feel good? Does that feel like not marrying Warner and deciding does that feel elevated?
Well, now I'm worrying about how to do it. So how does that fit in?
Okay, that's perfect. No, that's perfect. Thank you. First of
Now
all,
I'm not free anymore to create. I'm trying to get it right. So that's my thing.
no, that's the beauty of it. Is
Okay.
that this is the real beauty of it, and I'm hoping that their science card evolves. And if not, I'm going to even if so, I'll come up with an activity that does it. That when you have that wish and you repeat that wish, and like I said, if you have a ritual that every day, I don't know if it's 11:11 on the clock or you're brushing your teeth or whatever it is that you see, maybe you see a mirror, say, I wish to be that. Maybe it's a mirror and you look at the mirror and go, I wish to be this inspiration for others. Um, and you're doing that, you're triggering your brain to look for those solutions, to look for how to do that. You don't have to be there now. That's the whole point, is you're wishing for something that is that you're evolving toward.
But it feels like I'm almost trying to fix myself. That's the problem.
Okay, let's talk about that.
Do you know what I mean? Now I got to deal with this.
Ah.
It's another thing to do.
Yeah, no,
now I'm
I think
now I'm wrong because I'm not this way.
and that's actually super important because one of the problems with wishing goes the opposite. Some people say, just assume you're there and you're already there and you can afford that house, buy that house now and you'll figure it out later. And that isn't good for us, right? Our minds know we're not in that. We don't have that Ferrari in our driveway. We don't have that $1 million in our bank account if we don't. So what can feel better? What can evolve your wish so that it opens up that possibility so that your brain and your psychology and your higher purpose can weave in and come in and help you. Because you're
You
not
know,
doing it on your own. You're going to be just training your brain and asking for that other help to do that. And how would that solve the things that are the concerns? In other words, how is that going to move you from the things that concern you into the things that make give you joy and fun and pleasure and purpose?
well, I think the peace and ease part
Okay.
is if I'm there, then I can be the other self. Do you know what I mean? If I'm
Yes.
trying to get there from here, trying to get it right, that's just more the same crap. So,
So you could say, I wish to embody the peace and ease of someone who is living their life. But what was the rest of it?
well, just I wish to experience peace and ease and inspire others.
Okay.
That's easy. It's not, I don't have to do anything. I can just
That- And then
experience
every
it.
day you're just going to celebrate the fact that
Yeah.
you're doing that.
Yeah.
I love that because then you're embodying that, right?
Yeah.
Then
I'm not trying to
then-
do anything or get anywhere or be a certain way. You know, I can just have peace and ease exactly how it is.
right. So and so what you're going to be doing then is in your ritual when you're making your wish and you get into that peaceful, positive, and purposeful place, you can actually just recognize that you're there.
Yeah.
And maybe ask your brain to show you signs of the fact that you're there.
Hmm.
Right?
Yeah. There's nowhere
Just
to get.
remind you. And get
Yeah.
and maybe it's for example, being this, inspiration to others, and drawing people. You'll start all of a sudden getting stories from people saying, "Oh, Hilary, that show that you did really inspired me, and it helped me do this and this, and then I'm going to share it with this person and this person and this person." So you're just getting that reinforcement that you're doing it.
Mm.
Right? So be on the lookout for that because those kinds of signs, they're not woo-woo, they're wisdom,
Right.
They're
Okay.
ways of reminding you of what you're already doing and maybe just giving you that extra boost saying, way to go. Way to go. You're doing it.
Yeah.
Does that feel fun?
Yeah. Show me signs. I can let go of my own
Yeah, it's just
opinions and
show me
just,
signs that I'm doing this when they're doing it.
yeah. Yeah.
I'm real. This is
Yeah.
my getting real.
Yeah.
This is the real Hilary, is the real Hilary. The real Hilary is doing it.
Because otherwise I'm looking for signs why I should stop, you know?
Yeah, we've already cleared it. That's not the positive.
That's not the right
positive-
way. Yeah.
That's
Okay,
not
good.
the right way. So you reinforcement that then you're doing it right. So that sounds really great. So ready for an activity?
Yeah.
Okay. Again, all random. That's what makes this fun. Makes it also a little more nerve-wracking for me because I never know what I'm going to draw. This one is it's got and into the spiritual and metaphysical, also psychology and neuroscience. So there's these sciences, and it's called the alignment check. And I think sounds like it's perfect for this. Before a major decision in the middle of a hard stretch, ask yourself these questions. Does this align with what I truly value? Would I be proud of this even if it doesn't work? Can I be scared and still feel right about it? If yes to all three, you're in value congruence. That's your green light. You're doing it because it's fun. You're doing it because it feels good. It doesn't matter about the outcome.
What was the third thing? Does it align? And am I proud even if it doesn't
The
work?
first is, do I align with what I truly value?
Mm-hmm.
Would I be proud even if it doesn't work out? And can I be scared and still feel right about it?
Mm. Okay.
And if it's yes to all three, in other words, because as you are moving, I mean, Luke was scared about being a Jedi to go back to the other one, right? I mean, it wasn't like he just like, oh yeah, I'm a Jedi. It took stretching, you know. Elle had to push herself. I mean, anything I wrote a whole book called The Hero's Playbook about the hero's journey. And, you know, the hero's path is sometimes there's the obstacles along the way. That's what gets us strong enough to become a hero. And those vulnerabilities are important aspects because nobody wants to watch a story about a hero that's everything's perfect and they're perfect and everything they do is right. And like nobody wants
Yeah.
that. That's not fun storytelling. That's not what becomes a hero. The heroes are the ones who overcome and keep going, even when they're scared. So that's how to turn your wish into a cosmic wish, at least a couple of activities. How does that feel? Does that any observations or comments, or is this all just kind of crazy stuff?
No, I'm thinking about the alignment. So you would ask this when you're about to embark on something new?
Yeah, whenever you're taking it, it says what before a major decision in the middle of a hard stretch is the way it's set up.
Heart stretch?
Hard stretch. So like
Heart
it may
stretch.
be,
Okay.
you know, okay, I've got to do something different. I've got to make this big decision. Although I don't
Okay.
think it has to be that way. It can be just day-to-day life for that
Right.
matter.
Okay.
But it just says ask these 3 questions. So, you know, the hard stretch means, you know, what I was helping a friend apply to a TEDx talk, and the topic was uncertainty. That
Mm.
was the theme of the event. And her pitch when I was first working with her, it's okay with her now. That her pitch was, you know, that it's okay to be comfortable with uncertainty. It's when we aren't comfortable is when it makes us worse. And I said, what if we revamp that and we have your title of your talk be uncertainty, paralysis, or catalyst?
Mm.
And when the beautiful thing about uncertainty, it can paralyze us, but it can also be that catalyst because there are so many moving pieces. And you know, 2019, you started your show, and then 2020 happened, and I'm sure there were so many things that were happening at once, and that uncertainty actually was likely a big catalyst to help you, you know, and help a lot of people during that very difficult time. You know, and that wasn't just one, you know, a few months. I mean, that lasted a while.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's kind of that same example. Is like
Yeah.
that, you know, is it a catalyst? Can you look at it like, can it be fun? Like, okay, it's uncertain, or I've got this tough decision, but can we make it fun by just jumping in and
Mm-hmm.
seeing?
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
Yeah. So, well, thanks for joining me. Any other questions before we go?
No, I just think I can't believe you made all those cards and you did all that. And I mean, you're taking it into the real world. So thank you for practicing on me.
Well, thank you it's all just learning, and hopefully people that are listening are thinking, oh, I've got the same thing. I've got something similar, or I've got my own wish, and maybe that can apply to their wish. And
Yeah.
just the more, you know, I mean, that's my wish is just to open up people's minds and look at their wishes and realize that there's so much magic in the world that also is science.
Yeah. It's great. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank
Well,
you for
thanks.
having me.
Okay. Bye. Thanks so much for joining us. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe. And keep an eye out for Brownell's TEDx talk coming soon. The Art and Science of Wishing, now available. And as a special thank you for watching to the end, please visit brownelllandrum.com/bonus for a free gift. May your cosmic wishes light the sky.